The purpose of today's meeting was to go over a package of bills that we have that are laid out, and different members have come up with 4 different ideas on how to protect seniors. So we put them together as a package. We had stakeholders that these laws would affect, maybe in a negative way, come and testify and explain that to us. And then the process, as most people know, is we try to work through, here's what we're trying to achieve and what are the unintended consequences, and let's make the bill right from the beginning. One of our bills today that we talked about is by allowing people to put video surveillance in a nursing home. Okay, that sounds like a great idea, right? Well, our people who run facilities and take care of older people are saying, hey, what if the person doesn't want a camera on them 24/7? There's some things that we do in the privacy of our own home or our own bedroom, like change our clothing. And maybe we have an expectation of privacy that we have to be aware of. That's just one thing. There was probably about 20 different little issues like that comes up. The legislative process, like this hearing, allows us to identify those and address those, rather than just pass a law that we think is going to help somebody and ends up actually hurting more people than it helps. During this hearing today, if somebody was here, they would have heard me and other members on the committee asking and saying, hey, we need you to help us with this. So we take this information, but I also turn back to the people who present the problem and say, how do we solve it? Point by point, bullet by bullet, help us solve this. If they don't, then they're in jeopardy of we just do the best we can, which could have a negative impact on their operation. And keep in mind, some people say, oh, we don't want the private sector people that provide these services to have input. Yes, we do, because what they do is they have a cost. A lot of times they're getting reimbursements from the Commonwealth. They're the first line of defense to tell us how to spend our money efficiently, tax dollars efficiently. When I became chairman at the beginning of this year, we set out a plan for a voting meeting a month starting in March, April, May, and June, through the end of June. That's our budget time. That's kind of like our first half of the year. And what we did in the first 2 months was do the homework and research and meetings. I must have met with 14 different stakeholders. We're meeting with the administration, the governor's team, and members about their bills, understanding the bills, what they're trying to do. We have them positioned. Now we had the hearing. We have public input from them, and then we move to committee and vote on those bills. We'll talk among ourselves as well over the next 2 or 3, maybe even 4 weeks about each one of these bills. And that's just the package. We have other tracks of things that we're doing in the committee. The OPSA is the Older Adult Protective Services Act. That needs a major rewrite. That's had a problem for 5 years, and seniors are not protected. So that's another ban that we're doing. Guardianship is a third ban. And we have about 10 or 15 other bills that are going to go through the same process.